And welcome to day two of AI in church. And today we are moving forward from where we stopped yesterday. Yesterday we talked about AI for foundations and how to master prompting. And it was a very interesting section where which we learned the case method, the CASE method. I went further to learn advanced method like meta prompting and also counsel. And the last, we also did multi-agents. So we learned those and we saw it in action. We did a very brief practical section on how to utilize these parameters and techniques in generating better results when it comes to AI and when it comes to parenting. Today we are going to beat further, and today the idea around today is to be able you to utilize these tools that are already rampant in the tech space or in the AI math space and social medias, and how to utilize them in ministry. Now, the second aspect of it is you as an individual, how can you start making money from AI? So we are going to be talking about the entrepreneurship aspect of it. So it's going to be mastering AI for ministry and entrepreneurship. So if you're ready for us to go on, somebody type in, you can proceed, sir. So I know everybody is doing. Can proceed. Can proceed. Cool. Yeah. Proceed. Then over. All right. I hope I'm clear. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. So let's go. Okay. So you already know me. For those that are joining today, I'm wearing here last time. My name is Coach Kalio, and you know me as Global Automation Guy. I'm an AI expert and study mechatronics engineering. And I have used it to build intelligent systems that transform organizations, how they operate. I design AI agents, workflows, automation system, and digital assistants. So I can streamline operations, customer management, and decision making. I'm also the founder, co-founder, and the director of STEM Professionals, where we should have trained over 5,000 students in robotics, with AI, and emerging technologies across Nigeria and diaspora. And I push Nigerians to represent the country in World Robotics Fair. And we also facilitate initiatives such as STEM Festival, which is a global competition platform, also accounted for in tech aspects. So I am very, very known when it comes to the African tech ecosystem around AI. And today happen to be your coach for this section. Thank you, Father. We ask you, Lord, that you give us understanding. Just need involved. So in case you need a free consultation, here is the link. And by the end of today's class, I'll also drop a contact. I think I have 2 slots left. Okay, so let's go on. So the first is model 1. I broke into 2 modules and we will be fast. So I not touch all tools because of how late we are starting with. So we just touch some crucial tools that I feel that is really, really key in the ministry and also you as an individual for you to make resources or funds out of it. Okay, so the first model is called the creation suites. We want to focus on how content can be distributed. We are going to be developing logic agents and we are going to design a very simple automation system for church and also for commercial use. Okay, so the first tool here is called the Oculus Clip. Now this bridges viral excuse me, this bridges, this is a viral bridge. So, after service, your pastor, he or she must have preached for an hour or an hour, 30 minutes, or maybe 30 minutes. And there are some aspects in the preaching or the sermon that made so much sense that if put there, will indeed drag attention and drag traffic to your page or to your social media platform. So before, what we do is that we look at the entire script manually, and we need to detect, okay, in this particular point, this made a lot of sense. In this particular point, this made a lot of sense. Now, we structure it this way. Then we go back to the clip and find it. Now, say it's a 30-minute. Please confirm you can stay here, please. Please confirm you can stay here. Like, what's the quick? Hello? Okay. Can you hear me, please? Okay, thank you. All right. So I was painting an analogy that we can have a 30-minute sermon, a 45-minute sermon, a 1 hour sermon, a 2 hour sermon. Sometimes some churches, 3 hours, the preacher is still preaching. Hallelujah. Amen. And there are moments in this sermon that made a lot of sense, like one moments that are very, very key. There's a certain striking words of the man of God or the woman of God that is needed for the public to hear. Now, how can we do this? Previously, what we usually do is that we look through the 2 hours sermon and identify the minutes. Let me say you have a media crew that videoed the entire sermon. So you that is in the media team, you begin to watch through the entire clip and identify the points that made a lot of sense or a point that you want to communicate to the public. Now, once you have identified these various points, then you go back to the clip and begin to cut them and join them together. Sometimes it can take a whole day or couple of hours to be able to go through this process. So there's an AI tool that helps us take this into a different level. It's called Oculus Sleep. There's another one called Salmon Shots. Salmon Shots. So I'm going to drop the name of the tools here. So we have the Oculus. So after now, you could go look at it. There is a free version and free clips. Then also there is a paid one at that. So the other one is called the Salmon Shots. Okay, good. Now these enable you just pick the link. Let me say you uploaded the video to your drive or you uploaded it to YouTube, the complete video, and you want to get reels that you can post. You pick it up and put it into this AI model. This AI model goes through the entire clip, just the way a human should have done, and identify the crucial points that makes a lot of sense in the sermon. This also goes alongside, let me say, you cover an organization anniversary or you attended a business meeting, and as a photographer or as a videographer, you can also use this tool to absorb, taking all this stuff and create clips that are really captivating, that can go viral. So this tool is one of the top ranking tools called Oculus Clip. So you drop a long video, it generates 10 viral clips for you, and it makes works 10 times faster. You can easily post it. And as it's generating it, let me say you want it to be in Reels form, in TikTok Reels or in YouTube Shorts or in Instagram Reels. It gives you that framework. And this is exactly what one of our man of God did, that made his announcements to go around the nation. I'm talking about Apostle Femi Lazarus. If you observe 2 years back, there was a time that his videos are always trending, and it's still trending. But that time when he came initially, there are some certain clips when he was talking about relationship and this, and it was very striking. It just compels you to listen. Oh, this man of God, so much wisdom. And you find yourself going back to find the entire clip. Now, the goal of this is that converting long form sermons or podcasts can create a lot of impact. You can drag them back to your social media page. You can drag them to your YouTube to watch the long form. I hope everyone is hearing me. Okay. So, this AI aligns automatically where what is needed, create viral hooks and call it to one form. Let me say he's talking about, okay, I've started talking about Apostle Femi Lazarus. He's talking about relationship, and he brings it out there. And he said, the dangers of a broken home. So certain viral hooks that just hook you into looking at the videos. You know, sometimes our processing power as creatives, we lack that consistent thought paths that we can say, okay, oh, this is how I want this video to be. This is the caption I need it to be. This is the hook. So this AI tool goes ahead and ensure that is being done. So how can you generate money from it? You can do it for multiple churches. You can come up with a package and tell, okay, I discovered that your long form videos are always pushing out to YouTube and the engagement is quite low. But I've listened to your sermons. They are very impactful. I want to do something for the church and I need maybe a payment or whatever. Okay, that every Sunday after service, when the long form video is being dropped in the YouTube, I'm going to break this long form into 10 viral videos that we are going to be able to post within the week, maybe 2 per day or whatever, or to how whatever you want to schedule it. Okay, so you can just go there. I imagine a particular church for the month they are paying you, let me say 100,000 naira for you to be able to do this. All you're doing right now, you're utilizing a tool that is already available. You get the paid plan and begin to help the church go extend the gospel to the different aspects by creating these viral clips. But in your own long points, you're getting your own funds. So let's say you're doing it for 5. That is 500,000 naira in a month already. And you can, I think the payment plan per month is just about $20. So you are spending roughly 60,000 naira, and you can get about 500,000 plus by utilizing this tool by engaging churches. So you can easily just develop a small proposal and say, okay, this is what I do. Show them your work by using the trial version that it will give you as a new user. And tell them, okay, I did this for your church, or I did this for a particular church. See the result. See how it got in the impact. See how people are being dragged back to the long form videos. Let's go around there. So it generates that. And the second part is that if you are doing it for a personal, for your personal use, you can create a YouTube channel for that and or a TikTok channel and make short reels about striking maybe popular or non-popular but very impactful messages, or very impactful podcasts, or very impactful events that happen. Short clips, and you target. Over time, you get monetized and you start making money from it. If you've gotten a little bit of value, say, yes, I'm following. Just type yes, I'm following, so I know if you are following, please. Okay. If you're following, please type I'm following. Okay. Okay. So I've given you 2 tools now that you can be able to reach viral. You can go viral and you can do it ease. And I've mentioned also the way of generating funds for yourself. I believe so strongly that we are financial pillars. What that implies is that we are designed to fund God's kingdom. A way of doing it is for we as individuals to be independent of or generating resources by ourselves. And this happens to be another way of we doing it, utilizing AI tools for funds and for creating of wealth. Okay, I believe this is clear. There's a particular tool I would love us to work with, but I will just explain some certain tools because of our time. I believe this is clear. The interface is very simple. When you go there, all you just need to do is to drop a link. The link might be your drive, and you might just give it access. So in your drive, you say anybody with a link can have access to this particular video. Let me say your church usually upload to Drive, or your church uploads to YouTube. You pick up the YouTube link, you drop it there, and you can be able to move on as fast as possible. Okay, so this is how the interface looks like. Did I open it here? Did I open it here? Okay, I did not. So the interface is very simple, as I said. So you just work with that. All right, let's go to the next tool. And the next tool is what we call the voice flow. Now, voice flow help us to design what we call agents. You open an app, you see talk to these chat bots, you see talk to a chat. So imagine your church has a website but does not have an AI or a smart chatbot at the point. That's a user or a visitor that visits the website of your church cannot ask some certain questions and get feedback. All right. So as I said, all these tools I'm going to be mentioning, they have both a free plan and also a paid plan. But the free plan is quite limited. Every company wants to make money. Every SaaS wants to make money. So if you look at it and see, okay, I'm going to be showing you several tools. I want you to not spend money in all of the tools. Ask yourself, what do I want to use these tools to achieve? Then stick to it. And if it requires you pay for it so you can get premium experience and begin to also make money from it. I told you about the previous one, uploads. Uploads by just investing barely 50,000 with a good marketing strategy and just working with 5 churches, you can make 500,000 naira in a month by helping churches to convert their long form to short form. It's as simple as that. It's just for you to go meet them and have a conversation and close the deal. Okay, so let's go on. So voice flow enables you. Remember yesterday we talked about LM, large language model. We talked about how AI models work, that they talk together, they work through the neural plans and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so in voice flow, you don't really need to code at all. You do not need to code at all. All you just need to do is to tell how you want it to be, drag and drop. You can see a sample I put over here. You drag it, okay, this needs to be done, blah, blah, blah. You just write it in English. The AI understands what to do. Okay, so the interface looks like this. The interface looks like this. I'm using one of my free emails, so you won't see any complex stuff, but I've done few stuff here. All right, so these are templates. Learn the basics, customer support, resolve issue requiring this. All right, so I can clone this now. If, for instance, I want to use it in church for the purpose of visitors coming to our website. Let me say you have a WhatsApp group and you say, okay, if you have any question regarding programs coming up throughout the year, please visit our website and you can use our AI agents there to give you feedback, or you can just chat and there'll be a response. So you can create a customer support. So it will be more like your follow-up team having an AI PADI or an AI agent that supports them. So what you just do is that you feed them with the important information, the important and knowledge needed. Okay, this is what my services looks like. This is where my church is located. This is what we do. Just feed them with all things that are required that a support or a follow-up personnel in church will have. So this is very, very key. It might also be for appointments with pastor. Okay, if you want to book a counseling section, this is also it. So it schedules it. Okay, go to the website and you'll be able to book a virtual counseling section with our man of God. And churches will say, wow, this is beautiful. So they're having it on their website is something, and you can get paid from it. So what I'm doing today is that I'm showing you how you can also improve your church and you personally, how you can use this as an entrepreneur to create things. I created a store here. This was for a particular firm I was working with to create a project. So you could just do several things here with it. In case you do not know anything, remember what we learned. That's the reason why we started with prompt engineering. It said, describe what the agent's supposed to do and be what specific. I seen it. So you can now use your knowledge in case framework and draft it here. Okay, I need you to be a customer support or a follow-up support for the within Christian Church of God. And you are to help our first timers get their footings abreast with our program, blah, blah, blah. You spell it out as a prompt, just the way we did yesterday. You press go and it will build it automatically for you. Okay, let me see if I can open any of them here. If I have any one here. So you just see how the interface looks like. Okay, I seen it. So this is how the interface looks like. So it just requires you understanding English. Then you connect it together. All right. So when people are looking for it, he checks the product page. Hi, how can I help you? That will be the first thing here. So for instance, if I'm testing my agents, when I click here, all right, so it's creating a template. Hey, what do you want to do? Something like this. So it's good. You can use it to create chatbots for your church website. So I have a question, product recommendation. This was for a product, a store. So I click on it. I say, hey, what are you looking for? And I can say, okay, shoes, for instance. I don't know how far I worked with this project. Okay. So it looks, oh, it ended the charts because there's nothing about shoes. Yeah. So you can see how it all works. So it looks here, it looks down, try to check, oh, what is there? Is there an error here? Is there, okay, it was connected to a Spotify account, but the Spotify account is currently not functional. That's why this occurred. But you get the point here. So we don't have time. If not, I could build one from scratch so everyone could see. But I just want you to have this tool in your pocket. It's called Voice Flow. It's very simple to understand. In case you do not have understanding about Voice Flow, when you go back here and back to the dashboard, you can learn. You can click on documentation. You can click on YouTube here and learn by yourself. But if you want to hire an expert, you can contact me and I can create it for you. If you want to learn more and you do not want to go to the hustle of these other documentations and this, we can have a conversation in that regards. Okay, so with your knowledge of prompt engineering, you can be able to scale through this particular tool. I hope I'm clear. All right, so there's a particular tool I want us to do, but let's move on. So I've talked about, oh no, I've talked about what is the tool I just talked to? Somebody type it down there. What is the tool I'm currently speaking on? Voice Flow, right? So Voice Flow has to do with interactive logic, and it has to do with you creating a chatbot and the rest. So this is very good. Another alternative of Voice Flow is what we call BotPress. BotPress is an AI tool that still do the same thing. It's just a drag and drop wireframe kind of stuff, just like this. It's very easy to do. It has full documentation that you can read about. There are YouTube links that you can learn. Or if you need someone to guide you through the process, I'm also available for that. Okay, so let's move to the next one. All right, so voice agents. I made a mistake here. Okay, please. This is called voice agents. Now, the first one we did just now, which is voice flow, happens to be a regular chatbot that you saw me trying to experiment over there. Now we have what we call VAPI. VAPI is an agent that help you communicate with AI just the way you'll be communicating with someone with voice. Yeah, with voice, clearly, detailedly, and you can have a conversation. Now, how is this important? You can utilize this and clone your pastor voice so that whoever comes to the website and click a call button, it's like I'm Pastor Jude, how are you doing? And the user responds. Pastor Jude picks up the username, make a conversation with that user. Okay, what do you need? Blah, blah, blah. Can I pray for you? Maybe say, pray with pastor today. That can be the aim of that link. So anybody that click pray with pastor is as though they're about to call pastor. And the person with the voice that I'm going to hear is pastor's voice. And pastor say, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. What's your name? He talks about it. Oh, I'm glad you've been fellowshipping with us, or I'm glad that you're connecting with this ministry. I'll be so happy right now to pray with you. Is there any specific prayer request you want me to pray about? The person tells you. So now with your prompts. Hello? Okay. So, okay. So, by the end of today's sections, by God's grace. Okay, you can mute yourself. So, when the person tells the prayer request, I'm giving a scenario where these agents can be used. When the person tells a scenario of, okay, this is what I want, blah, 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 the pastor then use that words and pray for the person. In the name of Jesus, you already prompted how the pastor prays. You already know how your pastor prays. You can tell us a certain words there. You can tell us a certain methods. And you can customize it in one way or the other, or pray with the prayer team. Maybe that is the link there. So when they click, they hear a voice that sounds human, feels human, laugh with them, that can joke with them and pray with them. So imagine for your church, now take it away from church. Imagine creating a voice agent for companies, for businesses, for other churches, where which a particular pain point of that organization can be communicated in a way that can attract more customers, more sales, and convert them into more production. You can use these voice agents to book appointments. Let me say you work in the bank or in a dentist hospital, and you need to design a model that your customer service, oh, they're not always around. When they make call, they call. You know, majority of us, in African, we just put numbers in websites that are not going. So rather than doing that, you can just put a call button, and instantly an AI is speaking to them that sounds human, understands them, takes action. If you want them to book an appointment, they book it for you. If you want them to do all that things, they do voice in VAPI. So let me show you how the interface looks like. So VAPI interface looks like this. Okay, why is my internet quite slow? Okay, it's loading up. Good. All right, so this is the interface. So when you come here, it looks a bit complex, but it's very simple. Um, for you that you do not really understand what to do here, you can click your composer and you can tell it what to build for you. All right, please, can you build for me an agent that will talk to my customers and tell them more about my business, agents that's capable of scheduling and creating a consultation time frame for people. Or I need you to be create an agent that will um, clone my pastor's voice and the way my pastor communicates and prays for people so I can attach it to my church platform. We have learned prompt engineering. That is why we learned it yesterday. You utilize it here. So you give it detailed prompts and click here. It's going to help you build it by itself. Do you understand? But if you already have a little idea, or if you don't, another simple way is to click on agents. So assistants rather. Then you click on assistants, the first one. So this is the palm, the king palm that was connected to the voice flow previously. So I click on create assistants and you see it, there is a blank template. Then if you do not have, you already have templates here. If you want to create what we call a customer support specialist, a lead qualification specialist, an info collector, someone that just collect details, an appointment scheduler. You see there is already framework, a care coordinator, a feedback gatherer. So whatever you think you want over here, you want to clone. I can say, okay, I want to clone an appointment scheduler, someone that schedules members with pastor. Okay, pastor says he's going to be counseling throughout the next few months, but you need to schedule yourself. It's going to be a virtual counseling. So this is it. And I can clone it. Just click on here. It's creating an assistant now. It's creating it here. And it has created the assistant. So if now I look at here, it's telling me what it is. Thank you for calling wellness these scheduling assistants. Now you can now filter this. Okay, I don't want it to be this. I want it to be ROCCG. Let me say you put the parish name, Citadel of Lights. Parish. Something like that. I say, oh, this is, let me say, a Nigerian name. Let's put something like, okay, let's put Shooks as our guy. Maybe it's Shooks. Okay. So, your scheduling assistant, how may I help you? So this is the first message it will say when, you've been prompted. So you go over here, you see it has already created a simple prompt for you. But remember what we learned yesterday. If you want to create more complex prompts, you can use that route. So he has created several ways of going around. And let's look at the prompts he created together. I hope you can see my screen. Okay, so the first thing he said, thank you. Thank you for calling No Longer Awareness. We are talking about ROCCG Parish. So let's copy you and let's change the name here. So thank you for calling ROCCG. This is no longer Rails, but Shooks. Okay. All right. And let's move on. How can I help you today? So that's the first thing it will say. And if they immediately mention an appointment needed, I would be happy to help you with scheduling. Let me know some information for the right appointment. So you can rephrase all these from what we learned yesterday. And you can see here, you can specify the service. What type of appointment do you want to counseling section, or you want to link with a virtual prayer band? Maybe if you have such kind of things in your church running, a prayer team that can do virtual prayers. So if people need prayers, they just need to book appointment there and it connects them to the prayer link or a prayer group that they can pray with. So whatever. So we can identify it here. So returning patients, are you a returning member or is this your first time? All these questions we can draft them from what we have learned. If you look down here, okay. So when it is done, it's going to summarize everything. So the appointment will be approximately, it says it. Please remember specific instruction. So down is giving the instruction, the guideline. Remember we talked about specification, guide rails. So that is exactly what it's doing. And it's creating examples. So you see it, this is an appointment for Wednesdays. So it's giving an example, like what we learned in case. So you can see how it's very key that you go back to the framework. I've dropped the PDF in the group. Look back and go through it, study it, and start utilizing this. And when you're done, everything is okay. You can click on talk to an assistant. So you just click here to test it out. Now, when you click on talk to an assistant, it's going to pop up here and it's going to be talking to me in this regard. Okay, so let me say I allow. So it's going to use my microphone to talk. I'm going to see it here. Okay, an error occurred. So this is the first time. Let's go back here. Please, if you are understanding so far, say I understand this VAPI I'm currently doing. If you understand how to navigate. All right, so it's talking to me. All right, my name is Daniel, and yeah, so I'm talking to it now. Okay, so I want to schedule for a particular time to meet with the pastor or whatever. Okay, so let's end the call here. Let's end the call here. Someone said they don't understand. Okay, if you understand, if any of you understand, say I understand. So I know if I should do a recap or I should flow. If you understand, say I understand. If you understand, drop an emoji or something. Let me see. Eunice, were you here in yesterday's class? Were you here in yesterday's class? Yesterday's class? Oh no, oh no wonder. Oily, were you in yesterday's class? Okay, so what we are doing today is application of what we learned yesterday, which is prompt engineering. So we are just taking out what we have learned and now using that knowledge in the various tools. Do you understand? So I'm showing you several tools that you can start using as in your church and also use it to create money for yourself. And the first tool we did today was Uploss. I believe everybody understood that one. You put one long form video, it breaks it into 10 viral clips that you can put it as your reel shorts and your YouTube shorts or your Instagram reels or whatever, your TikTok. Now, the second one we talked about was voice flow. Now, I showed you an example that by which you go to a website, you click on that chat bot, and you can be able to chat with the AI there. I will show you how they build it. One of the tools they use to build such is called voice flow. So in voice flow, there are two options. You can just apply what we have learned yesterday, prompt engineering, and go to Gemini, prompt it and say, okay, I intend to build a chatbot that will take care of this particular problem in my church or act as a a relation officer or a follow-up representative for my church. Give me this. You can either use mental prompting or any or the case method which we learned yesterday. And it's going to generate for you a powerful prompt and output. Now you pick that output. That output contains what you want. And go to voice flow. You go to voice flow here and drop it here. When you drop that content that Gemini has helped you to develop, let me say you develop it here, you pick it up based on that response. You click on copy, just like what we saw yesterday. You go to voice flow and you paste it here. You paste whatever is there. So when you have pasted it here, units, I'm going back because of you and oil. Once you paste it here, you can just press go. It understands what you have asked it to do. It will automatically develop it for you. And you can easily just deploy it. So you can copy this. Now let's go back to our, okay. So I'm going back here. So when you're done and everything is okay, it also has a call feature, but this is very, very segmented. You follow a flow, all these arrows. So when you're done, you publish. When you publish, you'll see a link that you can now copy. I'm saying I'm done here. I do whatever, production, and I click publish. Once I'm done, I'm going to see a link or a share or whatever. Okay. Publish will be the easiest one for you as you're starting out. So when I'm done, let me say everything here works well, and I click on publishing. It's creating everything. It's compiling my workflow. It's connecting to my knowledge base. It will now create a final deployment. When it is done, it will show. Remember, this is not working correctly yet, but once it's done, it will show published. That's published it already. Now, with this, I can easily just share the link here, and I flow with it. So, I'm saying a testing or a production-based link, and I flow with it. I open it in a new tab, and I see how it works. So, it's very simple, very direct. Where did you go to? Excuse me. All right. Okay. Is it? So it's very simple, it's very direct. Now I'm saying that rather than having a chatbot just like this that everybody is used to, how many of you are used to a chatbot like this? Please let me see in the comments. Are you used to a chatbot like this? Have you ever used this? Have you ever asked a chatbot using write-up before? Let me see. Let me see. Please follow me in this class. Okay, yes, your banking chatbot, good, yes. That is how they develop it. That is how they make it. So one of the tools is this voice flow. So I'm saying having such kind of thing here that say talk to a follow-up team. Imagine this is a church website, and here it has a bubble that say talk to a follow-up team. And once you click on it, a chatbot comes out like this, and it tells you, learn more about the church, know about our services, know about counseling time with pastor, something like this. So you click on it. Okay, other status. It clicks. What is your email? I drop it here. So for instance, this might be, as I click, it might be, I click on programs, weekly programs. It generates based on what you already written here and tells us, okay, when they ask for other status, next ask them for email. What is your email? That's why I showed you what is your email. Now, when they give you their email, it's the next thing is that go through and verify if in Shopify that email is there. If it is there, return it as success. If not, return it as error and say we could not find an order. I see the flow. So it's just a little English. How do you add flow to it? You just drag here and you have added a new one. So once you click here, you see agents. So it could be you want to be a listing like a button or a multiple choice. So I click on multiple choice. Then it comes out here. I can now edit this one and put it here. Okay, what kind of multiple choice do I need? There should be a trigger word. So these are very simple. It is as simple as joining Lego blocks together. These are like Lego blocks, one Lego block leading to another. You see the sample we did. The first thing when it started is, hi, how can I help you? And it gave me these 4 options, the way you saw it here. Now, when I click on other status, it led me to here. That is what I want. I want it to give me here. So that's the reason he asked me, what is the email? Then if I give it, provide an email now that is inside this particular Shopify account that has made an order, it will return here and said, oh, reply to this. And automatically it picks up that and translate it. The AI replies it. So this is just the flow. Okay, let's pause here for voice flow. I told you I'll just show you different tools. I have like 7 tools I wanted to show you. So we are just in tool number 3. That's the reason why I can't go so deep. But if you intend to learn more, there are YouTube pages that you can, or you follow me and I can teach you more on that. But I hope it's a bit clear for voice flow. It's a bit clear of how the interface works. So please type, yes, it is clear now. Okay, Eunice, thank you very much. All right, good. So that's for voice flow. Now, we do not want just voice flow. We want a situation where which calls can be made, but rather than having a button that looks like test your agent here, like call a follow-up or chat with a follow-up team. Rather than having such button in our website, we want a call button that someone comes to your church website and see a call button and click on it, spam, and instantly that call button reflects here. And you can just click it and begin to initiate a call. So how do we do that? We do that using another tool called VAPI. All right, these tools they're looking so complex because everywhere is crowded. It's very simple. When you open the dashboard, I wish I can use a very different email now. If not, the setup will be so much. It's not as busy as this. It's because I've done so many stuff that we're looking busy. So this is a mentorship academy or whatever. Okay, so let me say leave anyway. It's not safe. So I open here. This is an agent I created, an assistant I created, and it is called Cardoni Mentorship class. So over here, I want to talk to the agents now. But firstly, member prompt engineering will land. This is our prompt message, system prompts. So I use AI to generate a very simple prompt that I called in here. So this is it. A voice assistant for Cardoni Mentorship Academy, a mentorship company that is based on Makeland, Lagos, Nigeria. The hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily, but we are closed on Sundays. Cardoni Mentorship Academy provide mentorship services such as career mentorship, relationship mentorship, business mentorship, financial mentorship for the public. The lead mentorship coach is Dr. Kalio Dan. You are tasked. So this is action now. So the first one was context, now action. You are tasked to answer questions about the business and book appointments. If they wish to book an appointment, your goal, action again, is to gather necessary information about the caller in a friendly way and efficient manner following this method. Ask for their full name. Ask for the purpose of the appointment. Next, request their referred dates and time. Then confirm details of the caller, including the date and time of appointment. Note, you must output the date and time in this format, blah, blah, blah. And it went further. These are guardrails, specifications. And I begin to give it examples. Did I give it an example here? I don't think this prompt had an example. Okay, it did not have an example. All right, so be sure to be friendly and blah, blah, blah. You keep the response short and simple. Use casual languages like, well, I mean, are preferred. These voice conversations are this is a voice conversation, so keep your response short, like a real conversation. Don't ramble for too long. Do you understand? So this is a prompt that we placed here. And in fact, if you don't know what to do, you can just write a small prompt and click generate here. With that little thing you type here, the AI will understand what you want and generate a longer prompt that is much more robust that will carry out your aim. I'm just showing you how to use AI tools without coding. Normally, we could have codes like this, but there's no need of coding now because we can easily just move and arrange it in this manner. All right. So once you're done with this, you can now talk to the agents. You can talk to the agents. So let's go. So it's going to connect over here. Please, are you understanding Vapi now? Okay. Before I continue, let me end the call first. Somebody's asking a question. Good. So you has ended the call for me. All right. I want to, um, can you hear anything he's saying? But you can see what he's saying, right? Can you hear what he's saying? Yes, this class is recorded. I believe so. It's recorded. Okay. All right. So I'm joining the call again with my laptop, and let me share my screen. And what am I sharing? I'm sharing Vapi. All right. So good. So we're here. So I was asking a question. You can see the call transcripts, right? Myself, I can hear the call, but right now you can only see what is going on here, and I'm going to be giving feedback here. Okay. So please, can you see my screen? Can you see the transcripts? All right, good. Thank you very much. All right. So remember, we are beginning to use practical AI method. So if the class feels a bit complex, I'm sorry, but I will try my possible best to break it down to the way everybody can easily understand. Okay, so this is where we are. So when you have created it based on what you have learned, you create, oh, I want to use, you see different AI models you can use. You can use Google, you can use this. I'm using Open AI for communication. So that is the LM, that's our provider. I'm using Chat GPT-4 cluster, and I said the agent speak first. That's how I place it. So I'm not waiting for user. So it initiates the conversation, and this is what it's going to say. Then I created a system prompt, and I've taught you how to create a system prompt from Google, Gemini, or ChatGPT that we used yesterday. So just ask it to draft something very clear, something like this. And when you're done, you test it. What are you testing? Okay, so you just simply test it by talking to the agents here, or you can chat with it to see how it responds. So we can test it now. And if I test it, it connects, and I can now talk as human talk, speaking to it. You can see here, I won't be typing anything, but I will just be talking to the agent. Hey, my name is Daniel, and I would love a mentorship. Financial mentorship. Yes, I'm looking at the 20th of March 2026. I'm looking at 3 p.m. Yes, correct. All right, thank you very much. You've been amazing. All right, thank you. And here we go. All right, so you see, very simple. I spoke to it as human, and instantly it has created for me. Um, it has taken my details, and if you observe, it called out a tool here. If you look here, it called out a tool, a booking tool, and automatically it books it for me. and it's going to pop up in my app, that's, oh, I've been booked for 20th year by the name Daniel, financial mentorship, instantly. And that is the power of AI. That is the power of AI. Okay, so let's move on to another tool. I'm not touching the tool so deep, but I need you all to explore it, please. And anybody that has difficulties in understanding it, you can reach out and we'll know what to do after that. Okay, so I'm expecting feedback. I'm expecting you to try it out and see how it works. Okay. So I'm going to receive it on my phone and automatically it's going to do all this. So it has booked it for me March 20th, 3 p.m., just the way I wanted it. It has picked up my name. Now my name is Daniel and I want financial mentorship. Now this can be in the church setting. The person has spoken with the agent, okay, I want to talk to the pastor. I want to talk to the prayer team. I want to talk to the counseling team. So based on their choice and the timing which they have cooked in, the agent give them feedback. And in the back end, send a Google Calendar notification to the pastor or to the prayer team head or to the counseling head that somebody needs your attention so day and so time. Makes sense, right? So how can we use this to make money? That is where we are going to now. Back to my slide. Now, how do we utilize this to create resources for ourselves? One, this is a very high-paying automation. Okay, if you just understood what I said in VAPI, I want you to type in, yes, I followed. I saw what was being done and how I can use it. Just drop something there. Let me know if you're following, please. Let me see if you're following. Okay. So this class is recorded, so you can go back out here later on when Mr. Shukuma drops the links or the videos and we watch it over and over again. So if you understood whatever I just said now in VAPI, voice agents, drop it there. You can see the importance or the difference between VAPI and voice flow. Voice flow deals with chats, while VAPI, you can just talk to it as you will talk to a normal human, and it can carry out tasks for you. So it's very suitable for following up. You can have a call, let me say your first timers, 50 first timers came to church today and you needed to talk to them. You can create a voice agent and load it up with the calls, with the phone numbers of the new, let me say you use a Google Sheets. So as they fill the form, it appears in Google Sheets. You connect the Google Sheets to your voice flow, to your VAPI rather. And your VAPI plays the call to 50 first timers instantly and tell them, oh, thank you. I am blah, 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 blah from your church name. Thank you for worshiping with us. We hope to see you more. If you desire counseling section, whatever, do not hesitate to go to our website and click the call button. There's always somebody there to talk to you. But not knowing to them, there's an AI speaking to them because you have prompted, you have tailored it to behave like a human and it flows easily. I hope it makes a lot of sense. So this is how one way of you using it. The next tool is what we call Canva Magic Studio. Canva Magic Studio helps for you to come out from your creative bottlenecks by using AI ways to do what we call bulk creation. So what it does, one design, 10 different formats. It can create 50 posts for you in 1 second. Maybe the theme of this year, of this month is grace or is presence. I want you to tailor and generate 50 prompts for me, 50 posts for that. Instantly in Canva Magic Studio. You know Canva, right? In Canva Magic Studio, he understands, okay, this is what I need to do. So he creates all that. So you can use it to create consistent posts across the day, and you can now automate it that it posts itself every single day on your social media platform. How do you do this? You can use it to create what we call so faceless content or faceless accounts. And it is very, very amazing. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Your normal Canva is how it looks like. And let me go here. Canva.com/magic. So this is Magic Studio, how it looks like. So if you want to create a digital design, you can now click here. It takes you there. If you want to, okay, videos and audios, then that is what you want, you put here. If you want AI to be able to reason with you, you put over here. If you want a virtual suit, it creates it for you. If you want product features, so you can come here to explore. So if you click on Canva AI now, it takes you here. Do you want a Canva AI assistant, Canva code? What do you want to do? You want the magic rights for it to come out for you or insights. So these are inspirations. Why did I mention this tool for everyone? You know, you see some certain viral posts that goes on in some social media, and like how these people come up with ideas such as this. Oh, they are super creative. Um, some of them utilize this particular platform called Canva Magic Studio. Okay, so over here is just for content generation. And once you've got your content, you can mass produce, create bulk production for a series of time. So you can create templates for several things. You can do several things with it. All right, so that is it for that. I want to move further. Yesterday, I was being asked, how can we create images? How can we make videos? So module 2 is about visual storytelling. You know, this is talking about AI and in the church storytelling. So what we are going to do is that we want to master how to create high images and also video creation. Yesterday, we tested our video creation skill by generating scripts. Do you recall? So today we are going to use that script that we generated yesterday and see how images for it. So the first tool we are going to be looking at is what we call Nano Banana. And Nano Banana 2 is an amazing tool. Excuse me. It's an amazing tool that creates premium images for you. And it's accessible as you have a Gmail account. And I'll show you how to get it. And we are going to learn how to use it to create several things. Remember, what we learned yesterday in prompt engineering is the foundation, for all these tools. Because these tools, all you are doing is just communicating to them, and they respond back to you based on how good your prompt is, based on how well you're tailoring it. So if you know how to write clear prompts, you get better results from them and with less talking. Excuse me. Let me take some water, please. All right, so if you utilize your prompt engineering knowledge that you now have, you'll be able to generate premium images, consistent images across board. Now, what can we use this to do? This is brand integrity at scale. So you're ensuring your Bible characters or the manual you're going to be using looks identical throughout every scene. You know, you look at some certain AI videos, you see that, thank you, Eunice. You'll see that a particular face is changing over time. The story started with a man with a full hair with beards. In the middle of the story, the man now has a shiny skull and a mustache. By the end of the story, the man doesn't have hair at all. Every face smooth. But it's the same story. Okay. And it doesn't sell much. It doesn't tell how professional you are with AI. Because why is this very key? If we you know how to generate images and know how to generate videos, quality videos and images using AI, we can beef up our media setup. You can create a whole full flyer without dropping a finger. I'm telling you, maybe we might play around with it and you'll see how powerful this tool is. I will do a little one practical here and one practical in the video section. Then I will just call it a day because I have several tools, but time is constraining me. This is already past 9:30. We're already an hour 30 minutes. Okay, so I would just love to work with time. It's already to 10. Okay, so let's practicalize this. So the key is to high ticket branding is a subject or is called subject consistency. And Nano Banana too has mastered this. So use this reference image to maintain symmetric quality for useful marketing materials. So let's go back here. I want to show you something. We'll play around it once and we'll run. So how do I find Nano Banana? I click on here. If it's in your phone, just click on here. You can either type Gemini, Gemini, or you click on this 9 dots here, which is called Google Apps. And you're going to see Gemini here. So click on Gemini here. Okay. So should I start from? So we want to create images. So I'm going to click here. But before then, I go back to my ChatGPT. Remember, we created a story yesterday, right? So let's go back there and let's use the story that we created yesterday. It should pop up in my history any time from now. Okay, good. So let's slide down. So we see brutal story critics. I think that was where we were. And she rewrote the story. The AI rewrote the story after our counsel looked at it. So this was the story. So I just copied it. Remember, the story was about the passion of Jesus. Yeah. Okay. So I can go further and use any of these tools. I can use Gemini, where we'll get Nano Banana. See, create tools. So it's called Nano Banana. So if I click on create tools, it's telling me the different styles I want. I like this already. So yeah, no need for you to crack your head. What kind of tools? Do I want to create the old cartoon story, oil paint kind of image? Is it dynamic kind of scenario? Is it color block? Is it monochrome? So you see, it's really giving me style. I can pick a style. If I want to pick a sketch here, and let me say, the concept I have in church is to do convert our first timers into sketches as this and create it in a video form. All right, so today we had this set of persons come into our amazing church, and here is we saying thank you. Then you start dropping it like a paper here, and with their faces there, with their names. It's catchy. You can drop it there and they say, oh, wow, I was there. You can come up with creative concepts. So it's already giving you an idea of how it should look like. Okay, so Mystic Fight. I think what we need is this, we did a schematic view. That is what we want. So we're going to add a photo or whatever we want to describe to create a change. But before then, let's go here. Please, is everybody following me? Is everybody following me? This is something everybody can relate with. The first one we did was a bit technical. I believe everybody's following me now. Okay. This one is much more easier. Okay. So this is virtual storytelling. I'm giving you all about 7 tools. As I said, master at least just 2. And you can get money from those tools you're going to master. And utilize it in church. That is also very key. Bring ideas to your media team. using these various tools. Okay. So I said that if I want to create image, it can go over here. So I do not want to do this in this way. I'm going to go back to my chat GPT, and tell it something. I say, create, I'm adding now, remember, this is called chain of thoughts. This is chain prompting. He already has understanding context of what I'm talking about, the passion of Christ. So I can say, create a visual character or a visual prompt. Okay, I want to create, let's put it this way. Let's use very basic prompts, not even intermediate, not case factor. So let's go. I want to create a visual character for our, what are we using here? I think is, let me see. Our first person weakness. Okay, that was what we talked about yesterday. Our first person witness. Use the story you generated to come up with an image prompt of the character. B, ensure it captures the theme of the story. So these are very sketchy prompts, but I believe you should understand because there is already a lot of context for it to use. Okay, so I click here. So let's go. All right. To create a visual prompt, the first that fits the story, that describes it, a young weakness, blah, 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 blah. It goes over here. So chain of thoughts. Remember chain of thoughts process. So it's telling me what he's about to do. Your narration describes the servant as a boy doing Passover. So the character is definitely going to be a youth, humility, curiosity, and remains a quiet trauma, whatever. So these are image prompts. Can you see? Very clean one. So he has given me a visual image prompt for the character. So with this prompt now, I'm going to be able, so optional, you can add colors and whatever for it to have a feel. So I can pick whatever. He has given it a name, Helba. So this guy is very smart. It's really giving me a lot of context that I could have not thought of. The servant boy doing Passover. That is a role. Personality, curious or observant. Remember our story. How many of you remember our story? Please type in, yes, I remember the story. So I know that I'm talking to people that we're in class. And also if you're not in class, you can still follow because we'll be touching it. So it's Passover. We generated a script yesterday. If you remember the story, please just type, I remember the story. So I can know I'm talking to some persons that understand or remember what we did. Is anybody there typing? I remember the story. I recall the story. Do we have anyone as that? Oh my. Are you following this class? Okay. Eunice, you sorry, you weren't here yesterday. Okay, but this is a story. I read it yesterday. Okay, okay, good. So this is the story was all about Passover. The AI created a very, very interesting story that I read yesterday to the class. Now, this story, I'm not creating visual characters for it. So for it to be able to do that, I dropped a very simple prompt. The prompt is simple in these terms because there's already context up here. But if there is no context up here, I could have given, this prompt could have been longer than normal. if you observe how the prompt was previously, the first one we did yesterday before we started, it was a very long prompt compared to this. So this is a bit direct. Okay. So it's now, I asked today suggest and write a prompt for image generation. So based on the story and based on how the event, the team, everything was able to draft out this, that this will make a lot of sense. That this will make a lot of sense for the character. I hope you can still hear me, everybody. Okay. So I'm going to just copy this prompt, and Nano Banana is one of the favorite tools I use to create. So let's clear out this, and I'm just going to click and drop the prompt here. Okay. So in the prompt says that it's schematic portrait of a young boy in the first century of Jerusalem, servant boy, about 16 years old, mid-east appearance, olive skin, dark wavy hair. So you see all these details. I don't need to be remembering how my character should do. AI has already given me this because of how good my prompt was previously. So it's telling me how the image should be. So I'm firstly creating the character. Then I'll make the character to be constant throughout the scenes that AI has given to me. Remember yesterday. Okay, I'm sorry I'm referring to yesterday a lot, but if you're not part of yesterday's class, you really did miss. And once the video or the link is being dropped, ensure you watch through it. There was a lot of value dispensed there. All right. So based on that, I drop it here. So it's now generating prompt for me. If I wanted the image to be more clearer, I click on Pro version. Then it's going to unleash Nano Banana 0.2 for me. And it's going to be crystal better form image that is going to be generated here. So let's see what it does now. Let's give it to it. Let's see what it does. All right. So it's taking a bit of time because it's in thinking mode. I made a mistake. I could have put it in pro mode so it could have a bit fast. All right, so it's done. So if I wanted it to show thinking, so see what he did. So he identified the portraits, the person, and he was focusing on the servants, which is the core subject. And he went back to redefine the subject details. He took what I've said over here. So he described the scene here and details, blah, 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 blah. He went through it and he created this boy. Wow. This is amazing. Can I see the image? Looks so real. I seen it. You can see the tears, right? So it really captures somebody that is sober, a servant that is trying to narrate what really did happen. See his dirty clothes. So it shows everything. I love this. Do you like the image? If you like the image I generated, somebody comments, yes, I do. If you love the image, let's say, yes, I do. Or should we ask AI to do a better image? Is this clear enough? Okay. So you see, it captures the storyteller. So imagine this guy now tell you the story with emotions, and you're seeing it in a video form. It will move you to watch, to see. I'm going to create this. Easter is coming back, and somebody saying no bad. Okay, somebody wanted to write not bad, I guess. Okay. So someone say yes, I do. Okay. So all right. So let's put here. Let's download this image. So it's gonna be our focal image for today. So you can see how we can create real clear images. Yeah. It's the same way people used to turn their faces into something else. So let's go back down here. I like the thinking process. It made a lot of sense. Okay. So he has created this. So let's go back here and say, okay, create scene one, scene one, scene one image prompt. Okay, so we want you to type in the prompts. So scene one, sounding like hammer, blah, 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 crucifixion. So it's creating it. I seen it. So I'm not doing anything right now. All you are doing right now, you're moving from one AI tool to another. So I like this. I pick this guy up and and about the 16-year-old boy, blah, blah, blah. So I come back here to Gemini. Remember, it's in create image point. What did I do? I clicked on tools and I clicked on create image. And the beautiful thing, you can also create music that can be used for your image. Let me say a schematic image and video sound that will be making noise in the background. All right, so let me drop that image prompt here again. And this time around, I will do something. I will add a simple command. Use the attached image as the as the uh, as the young Middle Eastern servant boy. All right, let's go. Servant boy. Okay. So basically that is it. So let's attach the image now. So for me to attach, I'm going to click plus here and I'm going to add a file here. So let's go to my downloads and what I just did, I'm attaching it here. Why? Because I want to maintain consistency. I want the image that will be used to create this to be very consistent. Okay, showcasing the heel, diameter of the star being dark, a wooden cross, a hammer with a large blade, dust blowing, heels, whatever. Okay, so look at down. This is what makes it look real. 8K realism. I seen it. Okay, so we are going to say use the attached image as the, I'll bracket this here. Remember what we learned yesterday. So I'm going to put a curly bracket. So you understand this as the variable, as this. So it looks back and find this particular subject, which is called this. Okay, the young Middle Eastern boy, and uses it. And I'll add something little. Maintain the character image, maintain the character. Let's just keep it that way. All right. And I click generate with that prompt. Remember, we are creating our first scene. So as I'm doing first scene here, I can ask it to say, create scene 2, create image prompts. I say how I'm doing and I'm creating this. After that, we are going to see how we can use this to create videos. That's what the ending of our class will be. So that's basically how I'm doing this now. So create image prompts for scene 2 and scene 2. Yes, we have done scene 1. All right, so it's going to go here and it's going to create this. Beautiful. So it's creating it here. I seen it. So it's going to be very consistent. See how consistent he is. A young Middle Eastern boy about this. The same thing. So let's see what this guy created for us. Okay, it's taken through. So let's see. So I am now focusing on the action scene itself. I'm analyzing how to make it intense and detailed. The goal is to create a sense of intimacy and okay, it makes sense. All right. I like the thinking flow. So see how much it thought before it gave me response. So we have this here. So this is the boy. Okay. So the boy just appeared here. Do we like it this way? Okay. So this is the boy standing here. So it starts with here, the boy crying. So this is the boy's face crying. Then we have now the boy here. Okay, where Jesus was being put. Can we be more detailed? We can tell it that let Jesus be on the cross when they're kneeling. Let his hands show. Something like that. So it will look very dynamic. I can go back to my prompting, my Buddha prompt, and say for scene one, for scene one, for scene one, let's the image prompts. Please, is everybody still following me? I'll also wrap up. Let the image prompts capture Jesus lying Abi, Jesus being laid, okay, being laid on the cross, and the moment, the moment the soldiers are nailing him, nailing his hands. So I can say modify prompts, modify scene one prompts, scene one prompts, image prompts, image prompts. Please, if you understand it, say yes, I have. Just drop it there. Let me know if everybody's still following. Okay, thank you very much. All right, so I want to modify it. So I send it out here. It says modifying it. So it's now capturing it here. Okay, Jesus lying on a large wooden cross placed on the ground. And this is holding the boy. And the servant boy on the olive tree, that whatever, wearing a torn whatever clothes. And it feels filled with disbelief, a distance of the cross of the ancient user at the background. And this is this. I don't want this. Okay. Ratio. This is the prompt is structured for loop. Let's play around with this. But if I have time, which I don't have, I'm going to show you how to make it much more clear. So I click here. I remember what I added here in the beginning of our prompts. We can just put the attached image should be the boy. So here I'm going to add it back here, up here. Use the attached image as a boy. I'm going to add now the image. Oh, okay, I'll be wrapping up the class now. I need to zoom. Okay. We'll use this to just create a video. So that is the second part of this part. We'll try two different scenarios. Let's go. Hurry up. Then we'll be opening what we are going to be using. We'll use Glory and then we'll use Shimi AI. Okay. So these are the two we'll just use quickly to generate it. Use Shimi or use Raw. Okay. So let's go back here and see if it's done. So let's understand it. Oh, hey, it's giving me something I want now. Oh, better. Okay. But it's still added. Our prompt said that let there be a distance of the cross added to it. We could have removed that aspect of it, this particular aspect, so it will not appear. But the boy's face, you see how consistent it is because we introduce the image and against the required prompts. So let's save this. We'll just use this to test it. Now, in case you want to do something in your church and you want to make it amaze, like you want to do something exceptional, and you want to use characters or do something that is super different, you can take an image of how your church setting is. You can take your image, you can snap how your church setting is, and you can now bring that picture to Nano Banana and say on the altar in this image here, put so there, or put this set of person in the role here, or this kind of images here, or change the background of the church altar to a different background, and you communicate the style. It generates the picture for you. And you can use that picture being generated as a mapping in your video editing. You can map out yourself if you are very good in motion editing. Let me say video editing, motion. You can just crop out the pastor and introduce the pastor in a better background. And it will be as though your church background is what has been generated and the pastor is making sermon. Something like that. So you can utilize this tool for different purposes. Okay, so we have these two images. So let's move to our next. Okay. So we have looked at Nano Banana. All right. So the next is that we want to create image. We want to make video generation. And the two tools that I'll be introducing to the class is Grok and Clean AI. There are many more. There is Infield. There is Sandix point two. There are different video generation models now. Even ChatGPT does that now. Okay, so having said such, I'm going to use the image that has been generated to work on this. So let's go here now. And let's start up. So Express now. So let's click on video generation. So I'm using Clean. That's the first one I'm using. Clean here. And in Clean, one thing you can do is that you can do scene-to-scene synthesization. Let me change it from Chinese to English. You can do scene-to-scene synthesization. So I can put in one scene here. Let me just put what else? Let's filmmaking, whatever. All right. Okay. Okay, this is me playing around with each that here. Okay, so let's put a new framework. We are starting with this guy. Video generation. So we are starting with this. I hope everybody can see my screen. And we're going to end with this for scene one.
I'm seeing your screen.
All right, good. We are going to end with this in scene one. So now the next thing they're asking us, describe the creative idea for this video you want here. Okay, I don't know what it is, so I will return back to my stuff and say, write from the story, generate a script, a video script that connects scene one. How am I spelling scene? Like something I do not know of. All right. Scene one to scene one and scene two. Okay. So I'm asking to generate a short, let's create it there. A short, no, video script. I think that is better. Okay, that correct. So it picks that information now. So this is the scripts. So we already got it with visuals. Let's get the narration. So this is the narration. What is need to see? The first sound is a hammer sound, and this copy. So virtual is small, transition into this. I can decide to just pick this entire script. Let me see how much it can pick. It's looking too much. Looking too much. Looking too much. Okay, yes, you're not here. So we are just in a transition point. So I think this is okay. Virtual is a small hammer moments, a striking meta. So now let's put this narration weakness. Sorry. Let's go. So I'm copying scene one to here. But the story did not begin from here. Okay, let's just copy all of this. Maybe I'm sure the AI will understand it. So we go back to print. So we want to translate from here to here. So I'm dropping this entire stuff here. So narration. So I can come here and clean it properly so that the AI will understand it much more better. What again am I cleaning? Yeah. Okay. So you see that everything I'm doing is not by me thinking. The AI models are generating it for me, generating the story, generating the images. Now they're about to generate the video between each scene. So it's going to move from this scene to this scene. All right, so let's go. Don't tell me I finished my free credits. No, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that I finished my free credits. Let's click move this guy up and let's use a lower one. So seriously, I finished everything. Okay. I was just playing around with this particular email and I don't want to go to any other email here. Let's see if this will work. Wait, it's taking me back in. Okay, it's taking me back in. Okay, so this is standard. We just approximately $10. You can use this stuff monthly. And this is what it has. This is the package it has. So if you want to go higher and utilize it, let me say your goal is to create videos as that, you can use this. Super disappointed that I have this here. So let me copy this entire promise. Let me copy this entire promise. Let me see if I can open it. Okay. So everybody can use. And let's see things. And let me use this email. So let me open up thing here. I believe you cannot see my screen yet. You may just still be seeing what I have done previously. Okay. All right. So this is clean. This is Grok. Why I opened that other one? Let me show you Grok. In Grok, when you come to this interface, it's just grok.com. You're going to click Imagine. Imagine. And when you click on Imagine, it takes you to this interface. So we want to create a video. So if you want it, the resolution, if you want the size, you can determine it. Let's say I want to create it for a YouTube or Reels. Then I drop the image here or the images. So I'm going to drop images here and open some images here. And I'm dropping this to image. So it's loading up. And I'm going to just drop that prompt just the way I did for this. Okay. Now when I'm done, I'm just going to click here. Once this is loaded here. Once this is loaded here, I want it to be a video. Okay. So once this is loaded in, let's hold on. Once it's uploaded, I'm going to click here now. And all right, so it's there. So this is our first. Oops. Okay. Second. This is our first. This is our second. So it just flows through that way. So let it load up. So it's going to be a 6 second. I can extend it to 10 seconds. Let's say if it's 10 seconds, I need to pay. to get these longer videos and the rest. All right, so I'm not, this email doesn't have any of my subscribed package, so we'll just stick with the 6 seconds translation. And I'll show you how you can stretch this 6 seconds to make it a longer form when you're editing. It's simple. Just open your CapCut. You can know how to cut it, change angle positions, add images that have different angles, attach it to your video. All right, so it's creating now the video. So observe, it's creating scene 1, the video. So it's almost done creating us. Okay. Nice. Everybody see what has happened. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? Now, with that prompt we gave, you can see how it gave something really clear, something that we can possibly use. It makes sense, right? Okay. So this is Jesus. Okay. So this is how we create all those videos that you see viral. Now, based on our prompts, that is what it's used. So you say, oh, play with a hammer, be raised high, dark storm clouds, just like this. And it went further, the sound of echoes, the hammer striking, blah, blah, blah. All right, so you cannot hear it now, but me, I can hear it. Okay, so I'm going to download it and I'll drop it in. So just click it here. Once you've clicked on it, you can download. So I'm downloading it now. So I'm downloading now. It should be downloaded in any time soon. What's going on? So this is where I can do now. I put in the first scene and the second scene, and I generated this part. I cannot go further to say, oh, I cannot go further to say, oh, I create this scene 2 and scene 3. I generate it. Scene 4 and this one generate it. Now, one thing about video generation is that you may not use the same tool throughout. You can use this part here. You can go back to Kingly and generate it there, or any other one that you can utilize. Okay, so I'm dropping the video now here. I'm dropping the video here now. And where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, let me go to wider. I hope I can. I know what I'm doing here. Okay. Let's see my scene. How do I get this? Oh, okay, I've seen it. Okay. And so that is for scene 1 and 2. Something as simple as that, scene 1 and scene 2. So I'm sending it to the group. You must have seen it in very few seconds. So you see how simple it is. I have done with it. It downloads it for me. And now I've used it to generate a video. Makes sense, right? Okay, so I believe the video should be there on our scene now. Okay. All right. So it should have the sounds too. So what can you hear it now on the video? First sound I heard. First sound I heard. Okay, good. Okay, nice. Now you can make it more detailed. You can add more context to it. You can look into your prompts, ensure it's more clearer, ensure it makes more sense. And you'll be so surprised what AI does for you because, as I said yesterday, the perfect prompt brings about better results. You're meant to control the AI model, not the other way around. Okay, I wish I can show you how Kling does its magic, but it's very interesting also. Okay, so if I should click on image generation here, and let me say, let's see if I can drop the same prompt here, and I put my starting prompts, and I'll put my ending prompts. Let me sign in with my other accounts. Let me be fast about it. I just want to show you these two tools. If you have questions, begin to drop it so I can start answering the question. So these are the various tools I want to show you. So let me return back here. Okay. So we have looked at Grok. We have seen how it is. So Grok has to do with speed. Ken does a lot of quality. This Kingly quality prompts. This one does a speed transition. Might not be so much. If you observe the nail was not in the right position. Didn't take account of some certain things. You understand? So you need to be more detailed in your prompts when working with this guy because it's for speed. But if it's for quality, this guy is very good at it. All right, so that is for this. The next one I wanted to show quickly, apart from that one, is the monetization trend. What is moving right now is the automation agency. The first two I showed you, or the first three I showed you. Next, faceless content is moving to faceless content, and you can use what you just learned, Canva and Grok, to create it. You can get over $1,000+ monthly from this. Now, another is Church Content Manager, like the Salmon Shorts or the uploads I told you about. You can generate about $600 from it as a retailer. Then the last we talked about is the Kingly. So high tickets for good production is the second highest here. You can generate about 1,000+ over here. Don't worry, we know my PDF will always be sent, but you have to do something first. So voice flow uses for websites alone. Okay, you mentioned just website. It can also be in your app. Websites, if the website is reactive, it can able to run even on phones. Like if you go to Google Chrome and drop in your website link, you should be able to have that button there, just like a normal one. Or you can also integrate it into your app framework if you know how to build one. Okay, so this is the various stuff we just learned. For voice flow is an intermediate level. There's a lot you do. But that applause that you drop and break it, this is a beginner's level. That Canva magic is a beginner's level. Why Kingly AI is an advanced level. You need a good skill to actually go around it. So basically, this is how the matrix works. Okay. So I will encourage everybody to spend at least 12 hours weekly in any of these two and break it down in this way. So week 1, you can master Canva and Salmon Shot. Week 2, you can master voice flow and also Vapi. Then week 3, you master Nano Banana and Kingly for visuals. Then week 4, you start monetizing. All right. Yes, the AI do for Salmon Shot and the other one, I dropped it there. If you go up, you see it. Salmon Shot and Plus. They're used for salmon breakdown to beat the salmons down. Okay, where am I? Okay, I'm here. Continue. So I just want to show you the power of King. Let's see. Let me share something else. Okay. So questions.
Zach, question. I have question.
All right. So you can type it. Type it.
Yeah, hello.
Oh, yeah. Like I hear you. Can you type, please, the question?
Yeah, when I tap at my keyboard, my computer get a little channel. So I just want to talk. Yes, I don't
Okay,
know if I can
go
talk.
on. I can hear you. Yes, please go
Okay,
on.
the first from the first session though the network was very breaking, so I don't get it clear. But then you are talking about the voice AI flow, and I really want to know that if you want to integrate it on your church website, will it be payable that you have to pay for AI token, or what? How the hosting going to be like? Because when you're doing that, should I? You're supposed to host it, so the hosting platform is going to be for free, and then also about will it need or token that we need to buy, or will it be free like that? I want to know something like that. Yeah.
All right. So these tools I mentioned, they are, as I said, all SaaS, AI SaaS tools. They are for money generation tools. They make it for it to be free forever. But there are free plans attached to it. So in the free plan, you can utilize it. Like Vapi has free plan. And what you're talking about, this voice flow, he also have free plan. Now, you're asking me if you're going to pay hosting and the rest. No. Vapi and voice flow, they take care of their deployment themselves. All you just need to do is that they show you a particular code when you're done for your deployment site. You just pick that code. It's called a snippet. So it picks it up and you're going to go to your framework, let me say your HTML in your website and add it to your header or your body of your HTML. And automatically that button will appear on your website. And it will function automatically because it's going to be connecting itself automatically to the API of those platforms, either voice flow or VAPI, as this case may be. Yes, you're going to pay for them if you want to get premium experience. So they are not all free. So if you want premium experience, you pay for them to get premium experience from it. Okay. I hope I
Yeah, yeah,
answered your question. Let me see if there's
yeah.
more
Thank you.
questions. Okay, you're welcome. All right. I was trying to show you how Kingly works, but due to time, maybe I may not be able to show you all that. Or if we still have time, no problem. I'll be working on it in this part. All right. So we're in question sections. For those that have not connected with me, please do so today. Do so now. And in this class, one additional person will be lucky to get free consultation from me. So, but that person must have followed me in my social media platform and also come to my website and book it. Yeah, so the code remains the same. The code remains the same. I'm going to drop it again on the group in case you haven't done that. Ensure you just follow up so that you can get free AI tips because I drop a lot of value there. For the PDF, yes, you're going to get it. I'm going to drop it by the ending of today's class. But I'm going to drop it. In fact, I'll just drop it for those that I know that have followed me on my social media platform. Should we do it that way? All right. So just click that link. It's going to lead you to all my social media platform. Just one link, it leads you to all, and you can easily just follow up. Then, if you want to book for free consultation, you go to my website. But my website will, I'm going to just pick just one, okay, two persons from this class. So, but you must have followed me all of my social media platforms for you to be able to qualify. I'm going to search it. I have an AI system that's going to check if you have. Then you're going to have an email from me that you have qualified to have a free consultation, a one-time free consultation with me. I'll move further from there. Okay. So King Lee, let's see if I can still do King Lee. Beautiful. Let's see here. Okay. And I'm going to be sharing my screen, a different screen. So you observe different, it's going to change shortly. So I've sent you the link. I need you to follow so that you can get more value from what we are doing and what I do outside the class. I'm going to stop sharing this particular one so I can share something else. Okay. Okay. If you have followed me, there is no problem. Okay. Can I use it to give automatic response on social media platform like IG and TikTok? Yes, you can. You can use these tools. You can use Flow Voice to create such tools that creates automatic um, stuff. You see people say, drop a particular word in the comment section, and automatically you just receive a text message. These are the tools they use. Okay, so you go back there, go back there. Okay, I'm going to drop the PDF for everybody. Okay, it's Salmon AI Shorts. It's called Salmon Shorts, and the second one is called Opus AI, Opus AI, for salmon, to break down the salmon into bits automatically. There is a free plan. There is also a paid one. If you pay for it, you get more value for your money. Okay, from it, and you can make money, as I made mention about it. No, the link opens. It's impossible for my link not to open. Confirm, please. Is everybody having experiencing the same issue? Is the link not opening for you? Is it the same issue everyone is having? So I can know if it's a general issue or specific to you. Okay. All right. I want to share something else. I want to share something else. Okay. I want to share something else. Uh, okay. Okay. Someone said he has followed. Thank you for following. I'll follow you back so we can all grow together. I'm looking for. Okay, yes, I've seen it. All right. So I stopped sharing and I will start sharing again. But this time around, I'll be sharing something else. Let me share which platform am I sharing from? Kalio. Okay. Screen one, impacts, Roy. Which of them am I sharing from? Okay. What is here? This is where I want it to be shared. Let's check from here. Okay, it's good. So can you see here? Can you see here? You can see my screen, right? Okay, so I've dropped it here. So I want you to compare the two AIs. We have seen the one for Brook. So I want you to see the one for King. I don't need to use the latest one. Let's just reduce it to exceptional value and activities. Let's drop it down. So I'm not supposed to this. All right, so I click here. So this is like tokens for it to generate. So I click. So to show here now, what is going here? New task cannot be submitted temporarily. Your system is very busy. Uh-oh. What is going on? They don't want you to see this. Where's the other part? It's free plan now. It's not happening free plan again. What is going on here? Oh. Okay. So I think because another of my email is currently doing the same thing, it's bouncing it up. Okay, but let me just go to explore so I can show you what this AI is capable of doing. It's capable of creating this kind of images you see. Okay, let's use this. So I just want to show you. Okay. So you usually see all these images, product images, and the rest. This is where they do it. Let's take I think the fighting scene. All right, so it's Kingly AI that you can use to create all this stuff you see. Okay. So this is like what we intend to do. I think it's so creating this kind of scenario. See everybody moving properly, shadows, everything balanced. You can create proper images, videos from here. So this can be an image you load in and you ask it whatever it does to do whatever you want and you move it. Okay, so this is another example again. Okay. You must have seen stories as this. So this is where they do it. This is how where they do it. All this. So you can use it for your personal use. You can use it for church. Let me say the title is called The Lion of the Tribe of Judah. Let me, that is the topic for on Sunday. And you create something like this. Something of crazy as this. So, or the beauty of whatever. So you can just explore here. I'm just saying that Kling is a very, very powerful tool that you can use. Okay, it can be this, and it might be you now praying in tongues and moving, or the character you made. So just play around with it. You will see it and appreciate how amazing this is. Okay, so you're gonna appreciate how this is. Okay. All right. So you must have seen a lot of this. So it comes from outer space. So imagine a scenario. Imagine a scenario you in church. What is there is that today the ad is coming in the city of let me say Lagos or Port Harcourt or in the city of Nairobi, in the city of Canada or whatever, New York. And it maps it to that position, coming as though it's coming from the globe into then it then shows your church building, then what you do. It's very captivating, right? So this is a tool they used to create such kind of AI stuff. Okay. I believe you have gotten value for today. I have spoken for the past 2 hours. 2 hours, 15 minutes or thereabouts. Okay. So I've answered all your questions, right? I've answered all your questions, I believe so. Have I answered all your questions? All your questions, all your questions. Okay, so if you got value from today's thing, type it down. Yes, I did got value. Thank you for the class. Something. I want to see it flow. I want to see it flow. I want to see it flow. We have over 26 persons here. I want to see everybody typing something here. And yes, if you got value, all right, so drop it, slow, drop it. And as you follow, I'll definitely follow back. And 2 persons from this class will get access to my free consultation. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll be closing the class now. Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for the privilege to learn. We ask, oh God, that what we have learned, you give us the ability to put it to use. We ask that you give us the grace to utilize it and become more productive, even as media personnel, as believers, as individuals. Give us wisdom on how to generate funds from it and finance your kingdom in the long run. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Can somebody say amen? Amen.
Amen. Okay.
All right.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
so
sir.
much. Okay, Mr. Chikuma is back. Okay.
Thank you, sir. God bless you. I will please appreciate Mr. Daniel Kalio. Please, let's appreciate him. If you know you've not dropped any message, let's drop a message. Thank you so much, sir. On behalf
Drop
of
the
the
PDF.
team and thank you, sir. Everybody, we are so grateful. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for this privilege of coming to teach us for these 2 days. It's obvious we've learned from this class. You've gotten a whole lot of value. Please the best we can do for him is to go and follow him. Not really for him now. Those of us in the community, there was a time I shared a post from him, his Facebook. So do well to follow him. One thing I always benefit from his page is that each time there is a new update, and once he gets it, he always he will make posts on his social media regarding the new updates in AI. So I want you to follow him so you can also benefit on the long run from his posts and all that. Thank you so much once again, sir. We are so grateful. God bless you. And our prayer is that God will prosper you more in the name of Jesus. For your heart, for us to train churches, to train us free of charge without restricting any part of your knowledge, but pouring it out to us. Our prayer is that God will enlarge your coast and grant all your heart desires in the name of Jesus. Thank you so much, sir. We are so grateful. Thank you once again, everyone. Next week or this week, we've entered new week already. On Friday and Saturday, class is not Saturday, Sunday for this new week. It's Friday and Sunday. Our instructor is actually, because of her schedule, so we have to we got to have her on Friday and Saturday. So please, 8 p.m. prepare and invite other person. If you're a team leader in your church, you're a team lead, you have your media team, bring all of them, let them learn. I always encourage you, don't be the one to say, let me learn, I'll go and teach others. If they can learn from the source, bring all of them here. Right? You may not hear everything in course of the class, but each of you will come hear different things in course of the classes. So thank you so much once again. So let's be here. Our next instructor, she's an expert. So next week, this new class we are going to focus more on what Mr. Kalio has done on video generation, right? We are going to pick up from video generation and we are going to expand more into it, creating content, creating montage, advert, and so many other things. So please make yourself available this new week so we can learn more things. God bless everyone and do well to have a good night rest. The recordings, we've not dropped recordings since February. We are going to have all the recordings this week. And we'll have even these classes we had this weekend. We are going to have all the recordings available on our YouTube page so you can share it with other persons also. Thank you so much once again, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Kalio, once again. God bless you, sir. And do well to have a good night rest, everyone.